Hi Paula, how
Hello.
are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Very well, you look lovely.
Thank you very much. Put on my face for the camera.
You look great. So Paula, what is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I meditate. I have a 10-11 minute online app that I use, and it's absolutely brilliant, and it just sets me up for the day.
And when did you start meditating?
I started meditating about 3 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago, when I found that my mind was just racing and racing and racing. It's always racing. The meditation helps clarity, focus, and helps just get me going in the right mood for the day.
Perfect. And is that something you just do in the morning? So is it something you do when you go to sleep also?
I also do it when I go to sleep. However, depending on how tired I am, it might last about 30 seconds when I hit the pillow.
Perfect. And how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Oh, okay. Incredibly impatient, driven, incredibly passionate.
And how do you think someone else would describe you in 3 words?
Oh. Super demanding, super impatient, extremely passionate, I hope.
Perfect. And I know in regards to your personal life, I know you were the youngest of 17, which is great, but how do you think that kind of helped you in regards to where you are at the moment?
Good question. Oh, it massively helped me. I think my whole innings of being the youngest sibling of 17, 7 brothers and 9 sisters, was a business in a family, and a family in a business, and learning to negotiate your way around there, and learning to go through the family dynamics is not dissimilar to the Admiral family, really. And it stood me in good stead, I have to say. I'm very lucky.
Perfect. And I have to say, you do look great. And I know in regards to your personal life, you do play a lot of sports, and you did come 14th in the London Marathon, so congratulations, that is a great achievement. But what kind of got you into sports in the first place?
I think that my family some of my brothers and some of my sisters were extremely good at different sport when we were younger, so I absolutely think that we were fortunate in that there were some good genes, sport genes. So you don't get those sort of times. I've raced at an international level, and you don't get that, I think, just by putting the trainers on. I think that I have some decent sporting genes and passion. I've loved sport. I started it and got back into it late in life, and I regret in some ways not competing more when I was younger, but I love it now. I still compete. My kids are into sport, and it's a way of my life. I love it. It is as important to me as my family and my business.
Perfect. And just going off that as well, so you're a very busy woman, you're a mother, and you have your own business, and you love playing sports, but how do you juggle that, and how do you get time for yourself as well?
The meditation. It is a huge juggle, and we've lots of women that we love having in the business. Many women that we've grown with in Admiral who've had children, and we've and the guys. But the juggle is huge. Having a fantastic network around you is so important. Nick, who is also the other founder of Admiral, alongside me, has been hugely supportive, and my husband too. So having the right people around you to help you and support you enables you to be able to fulfill those aspirations and one benefits the other. So if I do the family bit, the sport bit, and the work bit, it balances. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. It's like life.
Perfect. And what advice would you give to women who are in a similar situation to you? So they have their own job and they have children. What kind of advice would you give to them?
I think the glass ceiling and the difficulty and the challenges that so many women face trying to get back into the workplace, where they may have taken a career break to become full-time at home, and their new career is the home, where they gain massive experience and massive strength and skills. We love bringing back people into the business. We've just brought one of our old colleagues back who's now a mummy of 2. And it's about believing in yourself, and the period of time spent with children is just as beneficial, if not in some cases more, than at work, because the skill set you acquire when managing a family. My mother once got described as the chief exec of the Rogers family, and that's in effect she was running a business. So the skill set is hugely beneficial to a company, but over and above that, we need these women to know and believe in themselves and their capabilities. So I think all us girls are very passionate about our mother's teachings.
Definitely. And do you think you're the same to your children as your mother was to you?
No.
And what's your reason for that?
Tricky question. It's a very different era. I think, you know, now with modern changes, I am different to my mother in terms of she was very, very old school, and she was very, very extremely, I would say she was a very tough mother. And I have to say that I think there's the balance. So I try to be the tough, but I also try to be the
cool mom.
Yeah, I'm not sure they'd think I'm cool. I try to be a lot more engaging with inspiring, and I think because quite a long time ago in rural Ireland and in farming, it was a very simple life. It's very sophisticated in the world of modern technology now, so managing a family in current modern day times is very different. But the base culture and base foundation never changes. Good manners, good engagement, good work ethic, good school ethic. They never leave us.
Perfect. And with your children, would you like them to go into recruitment, or?
I'd like them to do what they feel they're going to be absolutely passionate about. It's a very interesting question. The two of them fight. I have 2 daughters, and the 2 of them fight over who's going to be the PA and who's going to be the MD. I have to say, I think it's quite funny. But look, you know, they will hopefully be able to find their greatest passion, and there is, you know, I'm, you know, Nick and I are 100% behind them on that. They've both been into the office working already, and they will be. Yeah. 75p an hour. Maybe not. That's what I used to earn. Yeah, they'll do what they love, hopefully.
Perfect. And what's been the best professional advice you've been given?
It's a good old question. Oh gosh, I've had numerous nuggets of brilliant advice. I am so fortunate again. I think though it comes back to that good old motherly experience from my mother, where she always said, don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't be so quick to criticize everyone else. Keep your own doorstep clean, your head down, and work hard. And she was always right. To this day.
Women always are.
Yes, especially mothers.
Yeah. But Paula, thank you so much for sitting down and interviewing with us. It's been a great interview, and I think we've had a lot of insight into your life and just the kind of person you are as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you, and I think I'd just like to say thank you very much. I think interesting questions. And lastly, my first time, I think, in my life ever to video, so I'm not so sure how it's going to land. The last thing I would say is we're a great company. We love seeing people from all walks of life. If you're interested in even a chat about a career opportunity with Admiral, come and talk to us. The door is always open. Thank you.